Just a young black man trying to...
Up next, the Lakers taking on the Bucks. For the Los Angeles Lakers, they'll be on the road in a tough test. But when this team shines, they shine brightly. Now it's proving time. On the day that George Washington was born, 2K Sports brings you the best in NBA coverage. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Wednesday, they'll go up against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Dallas Mavericks.
And you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, small ball has become the trend in the NBA, but it might be more accurate to call it average ball. With defensive switching twice as common as it was 5 years ago, the demand is rising for players of average NBA height, and that's around 6'7". Kevin, that's affected not just the big
point forwards and big guards in demand. D.A., you're right. Thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Tatum, Ntilikina out there with Victor Oladipo, and it's Webster in at the 3 slot. And for the Bucks, they've got Antetokounmpo, Gordon out there with Carlisle. Then there's Burke, and it's D in at the shooting guard position. They get a hand on it. And it's the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The way Giannis kept going and kept his eye on the basket, that helped.
Here's Ntilikina. Brent, as the season goes down, and here we are about halfway through, our players' roles still evolving.
Not the starters at this point, Kevin. They're pretty much set.
They are what they are.
They are set in their ways, and they're set in the minutes that they're going to be playing. What the coaches are trying to find are unique combinations that might have to be on the floor because circumstances from the other team are dictating so. So which are my lineups that I can have out there that defensively I'm going to shut down great guard play? Which of the lineups do I have to have out there in order for us to have enhanced shooting ability for a stretch of minutes? Which ones are going to speed my team up to put pressure on the opposition? I think that's where it is that coaches are trying to do a little bit of tweaking.
Burke, the pass to Gordon. Outside, Antetokounmpo. That misses off the backboard.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Pass to Ntilikina. And it's blocked by Gordon. They recover it. Here's Claxton. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by the Bucks.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The pass to Carlisle. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
The first one falls. Both good from the line that time.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. Bucks number 1.
And this team has been completely dominant. Fewest points per game allowed in the league. These guys are talented. They trust each other. They work together. And you just won't find better coaching on the defensive end of the floor.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Gordon. It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Claxton. So good on the 3.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Now, here's Burke. Not a lot of room. Here's Giannis. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the game.
Well, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Platoon swap here for the Lakers. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move.
And when I look at the Lakers, this season has definitely qualified as a success for them. Their failures were well documented a year ago, and this year, the ups clearly outweigh the downs.
Well, there was no way you were going to limbo under the bar that was set for them coming into this season so low. Just about anything other than the last place finish would have been considered a success. It's just terrific that they've gotten themselves into playoff contention.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, passes to Langford. From 13, it's hauled in by Brown. Bucks leading by 7. Here's Dean. Goes back up. It's blocked.
And looking engaged defensively, Langford showing he has what it takes to be a shot blocker.
LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hobbit. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a chance to check out the stats for D. How's the last month of basketball been for him? first in free throw shooting, second in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. First one falls for him. He makes one of two that time. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena. Pass to Daniel. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Now, here's Langford. He's covered by Brown. Langford with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 6. Knocked loose. The pass to McCloud. Here's the 3. The shot that time, not on target. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Langford. And it's Nixon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Now, here's Langford. He's guarded closely. They swipe it. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. D. And it's Nixon with the rebound.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And McGuire with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
At the number of trades now starting to involve stars, it feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here's Gordon, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bruce Brown. Free throw no good from Gordon. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They trail by 11. Oladipo misses.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Dean. Nice D from Oladipo. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Heat. Pass to Ntilikina. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Claxton, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
Passes it to Dean. He dishes it to Gordon. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And the pass to Dean. 6 to shoot. Burke looking over the floor. And again, the Bucks miss.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Lakers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. And so Tatum nails them both. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Burke finds Giannis. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
The versatility that Giannis has out there is such a huge advantage to what they can do offensively. Saw that pick and roll well.
Pass to Oladipo. Rebounded by Carlisle.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And it's Gordon missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Lakers trail by 9.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
Oladipo, the pass to Tatum. Here's Burke. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one is good.
A great floor awareness says that Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
15 seconds left here in the second. And here's Oladipo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston. 4 on the clock. Goes up from the top of the key. That one a little long. And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk. It was a fast pace for Milwaukee at the outset. They showed great chemistry, going on a quick 10-3 run to open up the game. They ended up... And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Antetokounmpo out there with Carlisle. And there's Gordon. Then it's D, and it's Burke in at the point. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Inside, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. D's got the lead up to 13 now for Milwaukee.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Ntilikina. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Oladipo for three. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds in this game.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And it's blocked. Up top, Oladipo. Burke covering. And it's blocked by Gordon. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. And the Bucks making a change here. McGuire's checked in. Now here's Tatum. He's tightly guarded. Pocket 6. Pass to Webster. Lets the 3 fly, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis, to get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
McCloud. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Pass to D. Leaner from distance. That's good on the jump shot. D's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Cloud pass to Nixon. Over Daniels. On the money with the open jumper.
It might be the most difficult shot in basketball, the hook shot.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. He's checked in for the Lakers. Here we get a moment to view the league's highest scoring team. The Bucks second.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Over in the corner, Brown. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Lakers trail by 15. Webster passes to McLeod. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. A three ball. But they recover it. Here's Langford, and it's blocked by Brown.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. The Lakers making a switch here. George is checked in. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And the call will be against D. That's foul number 2 for him. Tatum, he's checked in for Langford. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. The pass to McLeod. Unloads. And again, the Lakers no good.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Brown the pass to D. It's deflected. And 1:01 left to play here in the third. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Gordon's checked in for Milwaukee. Trey Burke comes in for D. And the Lakers also making a change. Ntilikina's checked in. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Burke dishes to McGuire. Gordon kicks to McGuire. And it's good from the elbow. McGuire's got his third basket of the night right there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
D, and count it from 19 feet away. D's got his first 2 points of the night.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Now here's Burke. Brown outside. No good from outside. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Ran up on him. I ain't said anything from him. I don't really give a...
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Lakers trail by 15. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Tatum out there with D. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Claxton in at center. Here's Tatum. That one misses. The Bucks shooting 43% for the game. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Now the dish to Gordon. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his third assist on the night. Here's Ntilikina. Here's D. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, when Ntilikina is looking to actively set up guys on the offense, their flow is going to look much better.
Now here's Burke, guarded closely. He kicks it to Gordon. Over Claxton. And it's Gordon missing. Lakers trail by 15. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Oladipo outside. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
One of those guys who you say 6'4" but plays bigger, Oladipo with the strength to finish through the contact.
And the Lakers making a change here. Webster's checked in. Free throw good from Oladipo.
Yeah, Oladipo was the most improved player in 2018, his first season with the Indiana Pacers after being the second pick in the 2013 draft.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last timeout, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what the head coach of the Bucks said to his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Pass to Burke. Takes the three. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Lakers trail by 12. At the teardrop, and the play by Oladipo as he finishes it off for two.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now Burke. Picked his pocket. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Ntilikina wreaking some havoc this time on the defensive end. A bit of his calling card being shown there.
Antetokounmpo finds Gordon. No good again that time. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Lakers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And Giannis throws it down.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Oladipo. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. D, he's checked in for Milwaukee.